everybody? It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, Charlamagne gave Donkey of the Day to who, Charla?
A guy named Kip. What's his dude name? Kip Poston. He's from Iowa, 47 years old. He was driving a pickup truck, had to pull over on the side of the road because he was too high, and he had a stolen motorcycle on the vehicle, and he was just being high.
Right.
Yes.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. Do you have any high on edible stories?
I brought this up. It's not even necessarily about Kip, even though Kip is an idiot. It's the fact that, we had Pete Davidson here last hour, and he was talking about how the weed is too strong.
Yeah.
And it's not just the weed, it's the oils, it's the dabs, it's that those edibles. Like, they are able to make the THC get up to 95%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There's no point in that.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And, sometimes you really have to read the packaging. I got stuck once, and my wife got stuck once. Once it was a cookie, and it said take a piece of a cookie. I didn't rate it. I just ate the cookie.
Damn thing.
I got on a plane, and it felt like the clumps was on a plane. It was like a big family, and everybody was big, and I was in first class. And I just remember it just felt like they were just getting bigger. And bigger and bigger, and I'm on the plane, and I'm like shaking because I'm thinking that they're gonna squish me. Yeah. But that was one time, and the one time I gave Gia one, and she was swimming on the carpet, and I felt so bad for her because Gia is like really, really like
she don't do none of that. So her tolerance already low.
Right. So she was, when I say she was swimming, she was delirious, she was crying, then she was happy, then she was crying and happy. And it was pretty bad.
It's dangerous, and that's why once we had Snoop up here, he said, "I don't F with them edibles, man." He want to be able to control the high.
That's right.
Like, that's why a lot of people don't do the edibles, because there's no way you can unhigh yourself.
No.
At the highest point, you just gotta ride it out.
Well, they do have something. They do make something that's supposed to de-high you. It's like I bought it one time, and I got it at the crib just in case it ever happened again. I never tried it.
If you gotta buy a de-higher, you don't need to get high,
because it scared me. So you have, I know you smoke. So you ever had an edible high story?
Yes. Edible high story. I wouldn't say I got crazy shroom stories, but my father came to my house one day, and I used to like make edibles during the pandemic. He came in there, and I always got snacks laid out. Ashton already knew. They mommy cookies, red top, I don't touch them. My father saw the cookie, ate a whole one. They was big chocolate chip cookies, and I didn't know what I was doing measuring. I was just throwing a bunch of THC oil in it.
Great.
My father couldn't go to work for 2 days. I was so sad. I literally thought he died. I still got a video if you scroll down on my page. Like, I still got it up. But, he kept going to sleep, then waking up and sweating. Then he'd be like, I'm good. Then he'd be like, no, I'm not. Like, he was, like, falling, but he was already on the floor. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy.
And you didn't want to call the ambulance because you didn't want to get in trouble.
No, because they would have sent me to jail. Oh, my God. I don't know. So, I never had a story like that on edibles, but shrooms, yeah.
Charlamagne?
My edible stories are regular because I already have a vivid imagination. So it's the typical regular, damn, I'm about to die right now type of stuff. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing too crazy. The other night I did watch Boys in the Hood. And, man, I cried so much when Ricky died.
Ricky!
But I swear, man, when Ricky was doing the scratch-off ticket and Trey yelled, Ricky looked at the screen. How Ricky turned and looked at the screen. And he said to me, like, y'all just going to let this happen to me again?
What did you
More
do?
chestnut?
Yes, he looked at this, like, you know how you looked up from scratching the ticket? I'm laying on the couch, I'm high, and I'm already super emotional because I don't know why I got mad emotional watching. I was high, I was high, that's why. But I was watching Boys in the Hood and I'm mad emotional, and I look up at the screen, and then when he looked at the scratching, he goes, y'all just gonna let this happen to me again?
Oh my God.
And I was like, huh? And then that's when he took off running.
So now Ricky was talking to you through the screen.
To the TV, like when he looked up from the scratch off ticket, he was like, y'all just gonna let this happen to me again?
This man is really in love with Morris Chestnut. Like, literally.
Do it.
Yes, it does, because he is Ricky.
Hello, who's this?
This is Nikki.
Hey, Nikki, good morning.
Hey,
We're talking
girl.
high stories. What happened with you, Nikki?
Okay, so my high story is, I hope you guys are ready for this. So I thought I was so high that I was hallucinating, okay?
Okay.
And so it was so bad that I thought I was going to die. So I started freaking out, and I called the ambulance, unbeknownst to my husband and my son who was in the house. So the ambulance and the paramedics, they pull up, and my husband and my son was unaware. So they all bust in the house like I'm really about to die. So I'm not telling no one that I called the ambulance. So once everybody busts in and they're checking my pulse, they're checking my vitals and everything seems to be fine. They're like, I don't know what's going on. They're asking me all these questions, and I'm just pretending that I'm dying, so I can't talk. So my husband busts in the living room, and he's like, what's going on? And so they're telling my husband what's going on because, remember, I'm dying. I can't talk. So my husband said, well, that's not the case. He said, she took a gummy. So I'm looking at my husband like, really, dude? And so all the EMTs, like, just looked at one another and just bust out laughing. Dude, I was so freaking embarrassed. Can I ask you a
question? Do you deal with anxiety?
Yeah. I do.
Exactly. See, I deal with anxiety too. We can't be taking them sativa because we're going to have panic attacks and always think we dying, man.
She called the ambulance on herself.
Damn.
We think we dying when there ain't no edible in us.
Right. And they would have found out about the edible anyway, babe. They would have found out. You know, your husband just saved the ambulance a lot more trouble.
Right. And my thing was, we were new to the neighborhood. So you had like 5 fire trucks, about 6 EMTs.
Damn.
So everybody looking in the neighborhood like, damn, something really must have happened. No, it was me. I took a gummy.
Yeah, they're gonna say you overdosed. But next time, because you deal with anxiety, less milligrams and try indica, man.
800-585-1051. We're talking high stories. You ever took an edible and got so high you did some wild stuff? Let us know right now. You know, I love to talk to some of these emergency rooms. Because they got to get this all the time.
Calls, I know the calls be crazy.
They got to get this all the time. Call us up. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, we're talking some of your craziest high stories. Now, this conversation comes, Charlamagne gave Donkey today to who?
A guy named Kip Poston, okay? Kip Poston is from Iowa, and he got pulled over by the police because he was just parked on the side of the road, and when the emergency vehicles came, he tried to, drive off, but he had a stolen motorcycle on the back. But when they pulled him over, they realized that he had, a pipe and some dab and a marijuana water pipe, all types of stuff.
And he was butt-ass naked.
And he was butt-ass naked. I forgot that part.
Yeah, make sure
butt-ass naked, saying he was allergic to his own sweat. He was high. High off that reefer.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is JR from Detroit.
Hey, what's up? What up, Doe?
What up, dog? Guys, that was great with y'all.
What's going on? Tell us your high story, brother.
My high story, like, I was high. I ain't gonna lie, I was high off the weed first. Then when my brother came through, he gave me an edible. Now, it was my first time taking the edible, so I didn't know it was going to hit like how it's supposed to hit. So I ate half of it. I drank some milk. And then I ate the other half. Then later on, probably an hour or something, it kicked in. And all of a sudden, I started feeling like myself being able to dance or something. I don't know what it was, but I started feeling like Usher, started feeling like Chris Brown. I ain't never felt my feet feel like pillows, it felt like clouds. I'm like, woo, I felt great that day. I ain't never seen nothing like that before.
See, the problem with the edibles is you got to know what milligram, because you might have took half, and that might have been 50.
Right.
Your man might have been giving you 100 milligram edible.
That's right. Somebody gave us 100 yesterday.
No, somebody gave us 65 yesterday.
No, but gave me 100. He gave me 100.
The whole pack was $6.50.
No, each one was 100.
Oh yeah.
I gave it to you.
You gave it. Yeah.
I'm not.
Because the whole pack is 650. Yeah.
The last person that came up here with some 100 milligram edibles was Flame Monroe. And I gave them to somebody, and they took one. And they too started transitioning.
Wow. Whoa.
Well, enjoy that edible then. That you got.
Hey, yo, get out of here, yo.
Hello, who's this?
Damn.
This Coco.
Coco, what's up? We're talking your crazy high stories, your crazy weed stories. You got one for us?
Yes, it's kind of crazy and sad. So, me and my fiance was in Orlando, and we was eating edible. We had one edible, and we had been smoking, and that wasn't nothing new for us. But all of a sudden, he just went crazy out of nowhere, trying to pull me away from people, trying to get us to leave. He thought people were following us. He thought people was trying to kill him. This man ended up in a mental institution.
Yes.
So y'all be careful, and I think grief had a lot to do with it because he had lost his grandma a couple years before. So y'all just be careful out there.
Man, grief, dealing with anxiety. When you're already dealing with anxiety and you take them certain types of sativas, high milligrams, they trigger panic attacks. You got to be careful, man. You can go into psychosis.
How long was he in the mental hospital for?
a week.
Jesus.
Damn, man.
Is he all right now?
Yeah, he's good. He don't do edibles no more.
Oh, duh.
I wouldn't either.
Thank you so much, Mama.
Yo, and then sometimes people do edibles and then they never the same again. Like sometimes people get too high where they scare themselves from doing it, or some people just it tweaks something in their mental state and they ain't never the same again. So you gotta really be careful.
Mm-hmm. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is, I'm going to say T. How are you?
What's up,
Peace, T?
What happened
Is
with you,
this the
T?
Breakfast Club? I'm not really getting through. You got to be, like, joking, right?
Yeah, she high right now,
Yeah,
too.
you-
Who else would you be calling,
It's the
man?
Breakfast Club, girl.
Good morning. Jess Hilarious.
Hey,
Good
baby.
morning, Baltimore sister.
Good morning, girl.
Listen, I was calling because I had, so I'm a 50-year-old person. I live in Florida.
Okay.
But I came out of D.C. and Baltimore. And I remember specific going to my HBCU and having illicit drugs like mushrooms, or back in the day we used to take meth tabs. And on these meth tabs, I remember walking 20 miles. I don't know why they gave us so much energy, right? I thought we were Mighty Mouse or something. Like we walked from the college campus over to Towson and then frickin' back, okay? High, through the woods, through the river. I thought we were like Indiana Jones or something. Like it was a crazy, crazy experience on that LSD.
Damn. Seems
And
like an
in
adventure.
that, it was,
Seems like an adventure to me.
It was too much of an adventure is what I'm going to tell you. And then we started going into, like, they had mushrooms back in the day. Oh, my God. Please don't go. When your kids go to college, please be careful because there are so many drugs in the college. It is crazy because I remember that's where I did all of my drugs. It was in college.
Why is your mouth watering this morning? Is this something you sound too excited about
like
all
she
of this?
reminiscing,
Exactly.
You know?
No. No. It's not that. It's not that. It's just that, damn, I remember, like, that time, right? Like, when we were experiencing with drugs and, younger, and then, some people got caught up with it, and had problems. And then us others were able to, rebound and come back and live a normal life. But I remember specific driving or walking a country mile high. Okay, it was high. It was me and about 10 friends. It was all of us. I don't know how we didn't go to jail, but we all was walking through the woods, through the river, because we was at Indiana Jones at this point. We was Indiana Jones. We was Indiana Jones is what I'm trying to tell you.
You sound high right now, but
You say what?
I'm going to tell you something. The conversation that we having this morning is that even the light drugs, the fun drugs, like weed, they're just way too strong now because they got the oils and they got the dabs and the edibles and they're able to get that THC to 95%.
Well, you know what? I haven't taken a drug probably since then, but thank God.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
But I'm going to tell you, we used to take these meth tabs and these mushrooms, and I think the last time that I took a hallucinogen, everybody was Mickey Mouse. I swear to God, everybody looked like Minnie or Mickey.
We just talking about
Boy,
weed,
We don't know about your meth tabs.
I'm just saying, we done tripped out.
That's what you get for being around all them white people. You was hanging out with them white people when you started using meth.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you go to these schools sometimes. Like, your kids and your family are around.
You said you went to an
You say what?
HBCU. You ain't had no business doing meth with the white people. So that was a choice.
Well, thank you, Mama.
You know what? I done got messed up. But it was turned around. It was good.
Yes, ma'am.
It was good.
Thank you for calling.
You heard her say it was good.
It was good. So I'm going to ask you, what's a meth tab?
A meth tab is like one of the little tabs that they got meth on and you just put it under your tongue. Yeah. I went to a predominantly white high school. I never tried meth. I tried about a lot of stuff, but never tried meth or bath salts. That was the only thing I never tried.
So you wasn't on bath sauce when you went live earlier this
No,
year?
no,
That was a rumor.
not.
That was a rumor. I don't know.
No,
Who made that rumor? Why
You
you
went
nobody
live
said
with
I
the
was on
silk
no bath
scarf
sauce.
and went off on everybody.
No,
Okay.
that was just some regular black sober shit. Don't play with me.
All right. What's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is just be careful out there, man. I'm telling you, I indulge in edibles, but I know what dosage I use, and I stick to indica. I don't be on them 50 milligram sativas. I'm not trying to die or think that I want to die, okay? Because that's what happens when you have anxiety. It triggers those panic attacks. No, I need something that mellows me out. And when you go into these dispensaries nowadays, you can look on the package, or even the medical stuff. They have things specifically for what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
If you're looking for sleep, if you're having problems with hunger, if you just want to relax, you want to be bliss. I'll take some bliss every now and then. Like that is.
Yes.
Look for that is what I'm telling you.
Even a lot of the therapeutic stuff, like the physical stuff, like they got CBN. It used to be CBD. I don't know. It's like it's a new strain. Yeah, CBN now though, where it relaxes your muscles. Like if you got arthritis pain and stuff like that. So it's a lot of them. A lot of edibles that don't get you high. It just relaxes you.
That's right.
All right. Well, when we come back, we got the latest with Loren. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hold up. Every day I wake up. Wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?